Are we live now? Yeah. Let me just make sure. I know that Parvision was having issues earlier, but all right. All right, Marv, can you look at the Davies Dark Tournament one and just take that off? Because again, I shouldn't have went that way. All right. Had a mishap. I don't know what happened. It was either YouTube or the Wi-Fi here gave out, but we're back. We're ready to go. Sorry, everybody. That was an accident. But basically, yeah, we're saying that Sanji probably will have an awakening of some sort. Maybe the chat went down because of that theory. And like Sanji's not definitely something that YouTube wants to support. Yeah, so other than that, I know that we had a few super chats and memberships. Give me 1 second to get to them. Oh, so we had Ragnar again, super chat $2. He says, I do it for the chat, Larry, but also TOPT. Thank you. Then we have Strahd. He actually went to the Yonko membership. He's been a member for 5 months. Thank you, Strahd. He says, well, I see a lot of beautiful faces in here. I am still out of town, but had to catch a show. Thank you so much, Strahd. You already know, bro. And then we had Shin, Monkey D Shin, with the $5 super chat. He said, finna be spicy review. Be prepared for the ultimate kid stand, specifically in the later half. You're going to get bodied. So I hope all the people who support Kid come through. Thank you. Then we had Nick Quavo when he gifted us 10 memberships to YouTube. Thank you so much, Nick. You didn't have to do that. Hope school's going well, but thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Yes, it did go down the stream. It was either the Wi-Fi or YouTube. I know that I was watching Parvision and this guy, I forgot his name. They were talking, and they were having issues with YouTube. So let's see. Anyway, Oh, re-like the stream? Yeah, if you guys could just re-like the stream. So let's get into the chapter, boys. Let's get right into it. All right. So this chapter starts off with Zoro and Luffy squaring off against the Seraphims, 𝑠_bear and 𝑠_hawk. The discussion of freeing Kaku and 𝙏𝐶𝐂 is still being had. Kaku says after they help deal with the Seraphims, they'll go back into the cuffs, and Luffy says that's good to him. Zoro yells at Luffy that he's obviously lying. 𝑠_hawk decides to attack and sends a sword slash their way. Zoro notices that 𝑠_hawk has a devil fruit, and it's the dice fruit, the same fruit that 𝙗's bones has. Shaka asks the CP0 their mission on Egghead, and 𝙏𝐶𝐂 directly states to take out the Vegapunks. Kaku yells at him for his honesty. Shaka says that goes for Stussy too? He replies, of course. Zoro notices Nami's screen and complains about protecting too many people. Luffy tells Shaka to give him the cuff keys. He's gonna release 𝙏𝐶𝐂 and Kaku. Then Luffy tells 𝙏𝐶𝐂 that just because he can't beat him, that he shouldn't go after his friends too. 𝙏𝐶𝐂 tells Luffy that's fine, but after he's dead, he'll kill his friends. 𝑠_bear does 𝙧𝐻𝑆 shock, Luffy goes Gear 4 Boundman, and 𝙏𝐶𝐂 goes Hybrid. They both attack 𝑠_bear simultaneously, and Zoro and Kaku do the same to 𝑠_hawk. What did you guys think of this? And we'll start with Lionel.
I thought it was actually kind of funny. You had the two leaders go at it, and you hear the two second strongest leaders like get their side comments. Like Kaku's yelling at 𝑚𝑊𝐶𝐂 for like, yo, you're just being straight up honest with them. Like they could just ruin the deal. And like and Zoro's doing the same thing to Luffy. Like, yo, like he's obviously lying. Like, why you listen to him? Like, I thought that was hilarious. Like you have like, you know, the two leaders saying there whatever, and the two like, you know, second strongest going back to back with their comments. I thought it was interesting that we give confirmation that Mihawk finally has Mihawk's 𝑠_hawk actually has fruit, and it's like, you know, it's pretty much 𝙗's bones' old fruit, And like, I always wondered if he was gonna have a fruit or not, especially because all of them have so far. It seems like all of them have that liquid green blood on their person, like inside their body, so they might actually have a fruit. And I find it interesting, like the fruits tailored to their actual like their fighting capabilities or who they are as a person. Like Jinbei has the swim fruit, so he manipulates like swimming on ground and whatever. Bo Hancock just has the Bo Hancock's original fruit, and so does Kuma as S-Bear. But Mihawk's different, and it kind of the funny thing goes to Par's weird, crazy theory a little bit that S-Hawk actually is a sword now, like pretty much.
Yeah.
He wears a sword and he is a sword. Like, not saying that's adding proof to that theory, but this is what we see now.
Shout out to Par, bro.
Okay, this is not the original Mihawk, so that doesn't mean that Mihawk's a sword too. All right. So, but I just thought it was funny, and I thought of that immediately. But I find it also interesting that I don't know if we're going to see it the other Seraphims, if we see more, that some of the fruits that we're seeing here are throwbacks to what these Straw Hats already encountered. Like Das Bones to Zolo, the Swim fruit to Frankie, the Mare Nomi to Luffy, and obviously Mr. Shock to all the Straw Hats. That makes me think if there's other Seraphims, are they gonna have? Again, it has to meet what they have already. And for instance, if there's a crocodile one, but Vegapunk already kind of established that he didn't get it right with the Logger fruit, so I can't really fully expect they're gonna be a Logger fruit. Then I'm trying to think, what if if crocodile is not not sand, he might have Pika's fruit. Like something doing with ground or something to do with earth at least, and that's the only one I can think of. I don't know if there's any other abilities that that have with earth related type of thing. So it might be stuff that we actually saw the Straw Hats face, but on a different level because they're Seraphim and they're supposed to be the ultimate mankind of humanity, pretty much. So I just think again thinking of maybe stuff that the Straw Hats encountered before. And I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's pretty much it because I think we don't go any further. But yeah.
All right.
You guys.
Law?
Yeah, Lionel touched about a few things that I was gonna bring out as well. And same old Luffy, very, very trusting and like seeing. I guess you could look at it a positive way. He sees the good in people, I guess, so to speak. Like, why wouldn't you? But I liked how Luffy worded it this way. It's like not necessarily that he's seeing the good. I'm gonna take your word for it, because you're gonna find out, or you're gonna know. You can't beat me. Like, it's like you can't beat me, and then I don't want you going after it because one translation said, "Once you find out you can't beat me," but this one says, "No, you know you can't beat me. I just don't want you going after my friends who are weaker than me, like the Nami and Usopp, them so to speak, and trying to use that as leverage to try to get away from the situation. He's not come at me, like pretty much, so I could pretty much handle the situation. But like how Rob Lucci took the bait because you see that Rob Lucci's still holding a grudge. We'll kind of get what we're seeing here. In the beginning, he said, "I do not accept Luffy as Yonko." He's probably still bitter because he took he lost to Luffy.
He took that hard out.
He took that hard out.
That's how the kids fans are acting right now.
Free task. He was like, "I don't accept Luffy." And then Luffy's talking trash, like, "Man, you can't beat me anyway." It's like very like, "Man, you remember the whole phrase? Like, you can't beat me though." Like pretty much that whole phrase. Luffy practically said that, and Rob was like, "Oh, you gonna find out, Rob Lucci, you ain't doing nothing." Pretty much. So like how Luffy just like put it said that in his face, and then going on to the attack here, I thought it was interesting right here. A little annoyed again, because protecting them. Yeah, they probably need to think on the situation. That Zoe even clarified it. Adding is not just Rob Lucci and Kaku we have to protect. We know Nami, Usopp, and the others probably can't take on the Seraphim. As in Zoro. Luffy, Sanji, Jinbei may. Luffy and Zoro, I believe, could. Sanji most likely could. Jinbei, but the others can't. So it's like while protecting them, it could be like a lot on their shoulders, but to try to make it easier because also they have a lot of people to protect. All 7 Vegapunks and their crew, and then trying to get away. And also too, they're on a time limit because they have the Marines coming here, so a whole army coming here, and there's also a secret person, going on. So adding all that factor into it could be like, we don't have time to be wasting to trying to bat it out with all these people, right? So then we see them here, like Luffy going freaking gear 4th. I was like, okay, and then attacking, hitting sea bear with 𝗏𝗏𝘁𝙪, I was just like, man, that's too much. But I was thinking here because I looked at each of their attacks, and you even have Zoro and Kaku attacking. To me, these attacks just show how strong or durable what Vegapunk made the Seraphims out of. Because like they didn't necessarily eat it because they got sent flying, but you're gonna see that even if they took these attacks, it didn't do a crazy amount of damage to them.
We don't know that.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Why they had it like this one? Because ultimately, like most people was gonna be like, "Are you kind of like going to be done after this?" You know, like you just got hit with a Gear 4 punch with Luffy and 𝗏𝗏𝘁𝙪's one. You're probably gonna take a step down. Like you're it. But showing that what they were made out of with like Lunarian DNA, the ability, all of what they were made of, that how durable and strong. Because I think we even got it back out with when we first seen them. All this stuff that's going on, and they didn't even take a dent or a scratch. Nothing at all. They're fine. So I think this is just to be because these attacks. To me, I'm more surprised that like Luffy went Gear 4 because if you look at the first two, Luffy went Gear 4 and Rob went Zoan.
He went hybrid.
Yeah, right. Kaku didn't go hybrid at all. He went basic form, a flying or not flying, basically a kick, and Zoro. Yeah, he whipped out all three swords, but he didn't go Haki hardening, and he didn't even put the headband on his head. You know, so it looks like the leader, so to speak. Like, you know,
you said Zoro did or did not?
Did not use Haki hardening.
Yeah, he did.
Well, because I'm looking at right here when he has the sword in his mouth. Afterwards, you see right the top panel. You see it plain right after he did the attack. You don't see a Haki hardening.
If you look at both blades, they're both blades are black.
Yeah, no, but I looked at too. But I'm looking at it could be the shadowing because if you go to this one right here, it doesn't look blackened at all.
Well, that's just a sword in his mouth.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, so I'm thinking he could have went Haki hardening or he could not have. What I'm trying to say is that it looks like Luffy and 𝗏𝗏𝘁𝙪 kind of went did a stronger attack order, so going Gear 4 and going hybrid and doing Rakiku, while Kaku and Zoro did a more simpler attack than what they did. You know, so but I'm thinking it's going to show the case of what they're made out of. The Seraphim is what I'm getting at. That it's going to take a lot more than this to really fully affect them, and why Vegapunk believes they're this advancement in humanity. Because for them, that's a bold statement. For like, I don't know if he's ever met the stronger, like the Whitebeard and Kaido and all these other people. Yeah. To say them, because he's trying to imply here that these people are potentially going to be stronger than them, advancement in humanity. So saying that if you made them and they're still getting affected or dented by attacks, like not to shoot down these attacks, but like here is like, how could you make that statement? You know? So to back up your claim, I think that's what Oda's trying to show, like how strong the Seraphim are supposed to be. Maybe not physically fighting wise yet because they still have to grow, but durability wise, to be able to compete. So that's what I wanted to. What I noticed here, what I was thinking, and. I know Lana brought about. Now makes you the other Seraphims with the whole crocodile and Doflamingo, because obviously it's gonna be all the original. So I don't know if Blackbeard's gonna be part of that, like a Blackbeard. But the main thing is like, all right, he probably got the string for that one for I guess it would be Flamingo, Seraphim, but what would be crocodiles? You know, because he said he couldn't do the Lagia, so that's an interesting one that Lana brought up. It could be Pikas, or it could be something along those lines of either it's going to be the Zoan, or most likely, since he says the easiest one he's able to get is we're all looking at is their Paramecia. Yeah. That might be the easiest one that he could clone. So it could be Paramecia.
So it would be crazy if he got Carnotaurus either.
Yeah, that would be because that's more step into like a Lagia. And I wasn't sure how I felt about Hawk getting the dice one. I don't know. I kind of feel like I wanted him to get, if he was going to have one, a stronger one, but then what would that be? But it's interesting to see what's going on, how I was going to do it. But yeah, so we can move on and mine here. What you got, Larry?
Yeah, I like Luffy being so gullible. I think that's one of the best traits. This arc reminds me of Alabasta Luffy in comedy. Love seeing that. S-Hawk, man, stunting. I think, Par Vision was... He got his moment. I think Par got his moment, man. I think that's it. This is it. The end of the Mihawk being no sort thing ends right here. He got what he wanted. He was partially right. All the S Seraphim happen to be devil fruits of people that were either in Impel Down or Shichibukai. I think if you go beyond anything else, you're just reaching. Knowing that 𝙏𝙗𝙪 is super honest to this degree, and then seeing Kaku take the role of what like Zoro's doing to Luffy being too gullible, it's like 𝙏𝙗's being too honest, goes to show that, you know, Oda's trying to put these guys in the same category to some degree. 𝙏𝙗 will never be in that category no matter how much he tries. I think the most gangsta panel out of the whole chapter, even after, you know, the rest that we see, is Luffy literally goes, "You ain't beating me, dog."
Yeah, word, yo.
And I love that. I love that personally, because it's like, talk your bro. Talk it. You just fought he just fought Kaido. Talk your bro. That's it. Like, you can't step to me, bro. This is how I'm gonna be later on in the podcast when we talk about Kid. You can't step to me, bro. That's it. And I love that about Luffy. Speak it, bro. And I don't know what else to say about Luffy. I love the fact that he got this confident.
Yeah.
He got it, like, he's really at a different level where, like, people can't step up to him. You won't see this with other people. You know why? Because they don't have it. They just don't. It's not built within them. Only certain people of Luffy's degree and Kaido's degree and Big Mom's degree and Shanks' degree and Garp's degree and Sengoku's degree and Prime Whitebeard. I could go on about the greatest of the greats. Like, people like these guys know that they are it. They're that guy. They don't second guess. So I love that, bro. I don't know what it is. Anytime I see 𝙬𝙧𝙪 shock, I always think about the greatest time in One Piece. And I was towards the end of Thriller Bark, leading up to Water 7 and Enies Lobby. Like, Sabaody Archipelago, peak One Piece. So 𝙬𝙧𝙪 shock brings that back for me. So I always love seeing 𝙬𝙧𝙪 shock. I did have a huge problem, though, that I don't think Luffy needed to unlock or uncuff Kaku and 𝙏𝙗. Because Luffy at this degree can throw a harder punch in base form than he can in G4 using Kangen. He knows the ability of Rio, and he has Conqueror's coding. He could easily take out both of these Seraphims, in my opinion. This is like saying, yo, Kaido versus those two Seraphims. How easily does he beat them? Granted, it's Kaido, but the fact is, it's like Luffy can now hurt somebody from the inside, and now he has Conqueror's coding, and he did that in base form against, you know, Kaido. Why are you not doing that right now? That's my question. Why are you doing it? It's the same question I had. Why are you not using observation hockey? Why is nobody using observation hockey? Why does Oda choose to pick certain powers to be really formidable, and then for plot reasons he just throws it away? That's my whole issue. So again, Kaku, 𝙏𝙗, holding some significance in Egghead overall isn't great to me story-wise, but I get why people would like it. Cool attacks, of course. Zoro too. Like, Zoro literally just fought a Lunarian. He knows what it takes to put one down. Why are you going half-assed, bro? Like, why are you going unless he's like, yo, these are kids. I don't want to do this to kids. You got to show me that then, bro. Like, I can't interpret that and digest the information and be like, all right. But I don't know. You just going, yo, I'm not going to full-on attack this person even though I know I just fought a Lunarian? That was weird to me.
The only thing I think of is, like, maybe they don't fully want to destroy what Vegapunk created that way. They just want to put up, like, stop him, but maybe not destroy him because,
listen,
like
bro,
you said,
cut that wing, bro. Cut that wing, bro. You cut somebody else's, cut that wing, bro. But before we get into the next one, guys, we did get some super chats. We got a super chat from James Hudson for $5. He says, waiting on Larry's bad take for this chapter. # Larry has bad takes. You can say whatever you want, but my takes have been right. So, whatever. Then we got a super chat from Joyboy Mark with the $50. Thank you so much, Joyboy Mark. He says, do you think Vegapunk could have replicated Doflamingo's awakened string fruit for an S Flamingo Seraphim? And I think so. I think to a degree, yes. Yeah.
Wait, the awaken? You said the awakened part.
Yeah, the awakening.
Wait, just the awakening itself? Or he's talking about, like...
Well, he can replicate the devil fruit to the point where, like, probably the Seraphim's mind and bodies caught up to the devil fruit, which then awakening. I would say yeah.
I think the only awakening he said he struggled with was the Zoan, right?
Nah, he said it was the easiest to replicate its lineage factor. The Logias were the hardest. But overall, what Joy Boy Mark is asking is, if he was to accomplish such a feat, can he make a Seraphim awaken like Doflamingo's devil fruit?
No, yeah, but didn't Vegapunk mention that he's not sure? When we talk about Momo's?
No, he was just asking if Momo's was awakened.
Okay.
But that's because he created a synthetic devil fruit. He didn't create a smile fruit. But he has the green blood using him.
I got you. I see the difference, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Thank you so much, Joy Boy Mark, again. Thank you, James Hudson. James Hudson donated, super chatted again, $5. He says, it's physically painful to agree with the king of bad takes, but he's 100% right about the most gangster panel this chapter. Hashtag Lucci Larry. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. Okay, so next subject, guys. Inside the lab, we hear people begging for food. Turns out it's the missing CP5, 7, and 8 men that disappeared 2 months ago. They explained that they were just about to leave the island, but they were attacked, and the other CP agencies that looked for them were too. They thought it was this individual's fault, but they want to apologize to him. Then we see Stella, the real Vegapunk, and he apologizes. He explains he didn't know all of this was happening right under his nose. Also, there shouldn't have been any way for the government to know they were researching about poneglyphs. What do you guys think about this? And we'll start with Lawrence this time.
So this honestly makes me think about a bunch of things, because and I'm tying it together. Maybe it was I'm gonna say clear to me, but how I took it. The same person who's been taking out the cameras and working behind the scenes is the same person that put Vegapunk in here and had leaked that information about that they were searching the poneglyphs. So this person who's working behind the scenes that figure we don't know yet and not yet confirmed yet, that probably even gave the order to the Seraphims to attack all them, is one person, and he's right now throwing his lot in, or he's aligned with the world government, right? And for some reason, right now he's been spying on Vegapunk, because as he said, there's no way this information should have been leaked that we were researching manga. Why he's in a situation in the first place of why they want him killed, right? So he's doing this. This person leaked that to the world government, calling all this here, and maybe he planned it out. This person could be that smart. It's like, all right, I'm gonna let the world government know, and then when they come here, I'm gonna orchestrate it right here, my time to shine, to make my move. Yeah. Right? To show them, all right, I'm this one right here. So this person could be a mastermind in himself, thinking about planning all this stuff, that he get all this orchestrated, and not really outsmarting Vegapunk, but he's been planning this for a while. That makes this person even more mysterious. Who is this? And seeing how it wasn't Vegapunk, I keep thinking, I wonder if it's what I was saying before about the whole. Now I said that he started off with clones for himself, but he decided not to go that way for whatever reason, and started choosing satellites instead. If it's that clone, maybe that clone was fully aligned with the world government, or was like, I want to take over now because you cast me aside, or something like that, you know? So now the mystery that I like the way Oda's doing is the mystery behind who this person is, because he's been, but also kind of, I guess it kind of also throws my theory in the back, because if he's aligned with the world government, why is he taking CP9 people prisoner? Like, what do you want? Like, you know, this mystery person, because now you're kidnapping who are just investigating CP9 here, but then you make the call in anyway to tell them that Vegapunk is doing this. So you can kind of argue his goal is Vegapunk, right? It's not really to be aligned with the world government. It's to take over what Vegapunk's doing, you know? Because CP0 just investigating. They weren't even trying to, but he tracked them, but then leaked that information to them, from what I'm guessing. So it's very interesting. I want to know who this person is already. You know, like, who is it? Is it someone we haven't seen before? Is it someone we have seen? Is it a creation from Vegapunk? I like the way Oda has done it, because it's a full-on mystery. Because it's like, what is this person thinking? What is his mind like to really put all this in motion where Vegapunk hasn't noticed you? And right now, Vegapunk's land is showing that he has had no idea who this is. Yeah. You know? So, like, who is this person that's doing this? You know? So it's... yeah, it's interesting.
All right. Lionel?
I was actually thinking about pretty much like the timing, because, for instance, maybe when I saw this and what they're describing what happened to him, it made me think of Lilith. Lilith. That's her name, right? Yep. And I'm thinking of, because she was, attacking, I think she was mostly attacking pirates, but she she was controlling the battleship or whatever, and attacking any ships or whatever coming near the area.
She was controlling the sea monsters too.
Yeah, to attack it and steal their treasure for funds for their research and stuff. I'm thinking, I know Lilith is evil, so she shows that she also doesn't really care if it's the government or whatever, as long as she gets what she wants. But I'm thinking, like, because again, I don't want to go crazy, like, because I'm thinking of people who said they were going to Egghead, you know, because I'm thinking of, because we don't know if this is the same person. This could be coincidental, but it's also implying that the same person who's attacked the CP, you know, the list of CP9s, is the same person who's been here apparently for months under 𝗏𝐻𝐻's unnoticed on Egghead and is doing certain things on, like, so none of the Stellas, so none of the satellites or Stella noticed this person. So, like, so I'm thinking, like, is it, like, it could be somebody within, or, like, because, you know, people might think of Smoker. He mentioned he's going to Vegapunk and we haven't seen him, so it could be Smoker. He found out something and he's doing this. I don't think that's the case going by how Smoker is. And again, I thought of Lilith as well. Like, she was doing this, so this could be coincidental, but it also could be an experiment from him. Then my mind went to, like, again, we don't know because the cover stories. We don't know what's happening. I'm thinking it cannot be Judge and Caesar cahoots sneaked on Egghead and is just messing up Vegapunk stuff. Like, I don't know if I would like that, but, like, those would be a suspect, two of them. But again, I don't know the cover stories and the timelines. I can't tell if they would do that or not from, like, you know, because they have history. And I can't add Queen in it either, like, you know. So we just know days have passed. But it is, like, you know, it's really a mystery because we don't know if it's something that we know from the past or it's a whole new person that, like, that Order's going to introduce. Like, for instance, we didn't know who Virgo was, but it was somebody very impactful in Law's life to a degree. Because he's evolving, like, you know, with 𝚪𝐴𝐴 family. They got caught with Rosante, and, like, through Virgo, 𝚪𝐴𝐴 came and he found out the area and was also Rosante's death through Virgo. But we saw Virgo come and Law had a reaction. Why are you here? But we didn't recognize that person, but Law did. So is it going to be something like that for us, or somebody who's we knew from the past that we just neglected? Because we're just thinking of so much stuff happening, somebody ought to put somebody in the beginning, we just neglecting. That's showing up now. That's gonna that's involved with Vegapunk, involved with, you know, because come to my mind, do you have anyone that's evolving with Egghead with Vegapunk that's kind of mentioned but not really? Because it can't be Dragon, because that wouldn't make any sense.
You know I mentioned the clone. I'm still one there, but, like, would it be too far-fetched to believe that Vegapunk had a son?
No. I don't think it would be too far-fetched.
Because I know I keep going with the clone thing, but, like, what if it was a clone or his actual son? Because he's, like, what, 65? 65 years? That's well past age. You got a couple kids, you know? I don't know. But, yeah, go ahead, Lana.
Because I don't think it's Bonnie either, because Bonnie doesn't really care about that. She just wants her father back. But pretty much she wouldn't want Vegapunk dead until she brought her father back. And if Vegapunk can't do it, then she would kill Vegapunk.
No, but the person who's doing this would have to be able to command the Seraphim.
Yeah.
And know the complete layout of everything of Egghead. And have to been here for a while to imprison all the CPs. So they would have to be in with Vegapunk probably for a while on this island to slip underneath Vegapunk's radar. I'm not saying he would know it better than Vegapunk, but he would have to have close to a mind of Vegapunk.
True, because again, like, first the monitors would have noticed him too as well. But he's apparently just going on for months. If it's really going on for months, and you didn't detect anybody from your monitors on the screen that's not supposed to be here, or it's who's doing something shady. Yeah. So it's just like, again, there's a lot of questions. That's like, what's going on? Like, it's just like, it's just crazy.
Oh my god. All right. For me personally, I don't know what's going on still. I would love to see what's happening. I love the fact that, like, the CP agents have been here for a while. My theory about the Jekyll and Hyde thing for Vegapunk seems 0% right now. Can't always be right.
Yeah. That'd be interesting though.
But to know that Vegapunk is damaged, he's back to his original self, shows that I wonder how long Bonnie's been in those memories. Yeah. Because it looks like some time has passed. He gathered up his jewels, or, like, her ability just waned out, so he went back to normal.
Right.
It looks like one of the actual satellites are one of these, you know, suspects are for sure the culprit. And I think the most logical person is Shaka. I think Shaka's been talking to the government, letting them know what's happening with Vegapunk, letting them know how dangerous he is. I think when you separate parts of yourself, the other parts are there in order to keep you in check. You know, you have inner desires, right? But your inner desires sometimes needs to be checked by your consciousness of like, you can say the bad person in you, because you know how bad you can get. But also then you need like the good side of you to be like, well, I never want to be that bad, or like I don't want to be that person. So when you don't have those other aspects of your personality to like check you out and be like, yo, chill out, then your personalities just go off the rail. And I think that's what's happening with the satellites, where Vegapunk miscalculated how much personalities actually play a role in the consciousness, and what sides of your consciousness can flourish and what some of them need to be checked. And right now, I think it's either Shaka or it's probably Lilith, but I think it's more Shaka now more than anybody. Because if he is Shaka of the good, he might think that the good is letting the government know that if they lose the type of peace that they have, they'll go into chaos. Like Vegapunk is making seraphims. He probably doesn't agree that's for the betterment or the good of humanity. He's like, yo, my type of good is the world just needs to be in peace. It needs to be stable. It needs to be not chaotic and filled with people that can harm other people. But if you give this power to the government, I have to find a way to stop you and also be on the government side. So I'm going to play like a triple agent. And I think that's what's happening. I think that's why he's putting the CP agents in a stronghold, because they probably saw the seraphims and what other things that he's creating inside of his labs. And he's like, yo, I can't let the government know about this, but I'm going to give them the ability to trust me as an individual, because I am him, but the good side of him. And this also plays a part where this is probably why, damn, I just had the thought in my head. I was thinking of something. All right, never mind. But it was just regarding like what Shaka is and what he means to everybody. This is the reason why he's probably trying to take out the CP0 agents too, is because they know too much now. You know, like they all know too much and he's trying to get rid of it. Oh, the reason why the world government is probably trying to take out the Vegapunks in general, or Vegapunk himself, is because they are, you know how we said to Sebastian, they probably have more scientists that could just recreate his data because they have it now? Bro, why get more scientists when you already have one of the Vegapunks on your side?
True.
And he's fully aligned with you. I can just take out the main one. I already got you. So, other than that, before we get into the last bits of the chapter and then we start taking phone calls, Samuel Barnes with the $5. He says, Kid joining the mid-tier bracket for the DDT, question mark? Listen, man. He should have been in that bracket. I should have been. I got voted out against. That's all I know. Then we got Joy Boy Mark with another super chat, $10. He says, what if Shaka did it to save Stella because he saw world government betraying VP? I think it goes both ways. For sure, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it has to go both ways.
It's like usually when people do stuff like this, like Shaka, who's like the logic, if you think of iRobot, in their mind, they're doing it for the greater good, to protect everyone. Listen, man,
AI needs to be shut down, bro. Yo, it needs to be. They got robots running and jumping and flipping and stuff now, bro. It's Vegapunk. You know what I'm saying? Imagine police just having any type of devil fruit, just patrolling islands, and then one of them just goes haywire or something. I don't know, bro. But anyway, guys, let's Marv, we're gonna do the sponsorship later, right before we start doing the phone calls. Okay? All right, guys. Let's get towards the end of the chapter. So, we go to a random New World island, and there's this kid who's upset about not being able to sail with a certain someone. Then we see Shanks. His underling yells out that a younger fella is causing trouble and it's gonna end up in a fight. Shanks says he can't tell if this is bad timing or good timing since they were about to sail. Shanks speaks to a certain person and says maybe they spent a bit too much time hold on, my bad. Shanks speaks to a certain group of people and says maybe they spent too much time talking since they thought each other were dead. 𝙏𝙤𝙪𝙢𝙗𝙪 says their enemy must be furious. 𝙧𝙀𝙪 says, of course, and that it's rich coming from you since you're the one they're most likely mad at. Shanks says he won't let this island be a battleground. Then we are reintroduced to Dory and Broggy. Shanks then tells Rockstar to ask Kid, do you want to fight me here and now or leave your road poneglyph and flee? Make your choice. Kid and Killer see a bunch of pirate ships that belong to Shanks. Kid says to himself that he never got an audience with Shanks last time and they got beaten to a pulp. That's how he lost his arm. They tell Kid they won't only take his arm this time, they'll take his life. Then Kid yells out, only if he loses. What did y'all think about this? And we'll go with Lionel. Let's start positive. Let's start positive. Go ahead, Lionel. Because I know you got some positive stuff to say about Kid. Support him, bro. Try to. Try to, bro.
You might actually be surprised what I'm going to say. But,
say it.
So
I'm waiting. I'm here for it.
I mean, as soon as I saw this kid and I saw the silhouette, I already knew this is Shanks. Because this is clearly a foreshadow. I mean, not foreshadow. A reference to and a throwback to, we all know, with Luffy meeting Shanks at the bar.
Yeah.
The kid wanted to join the crew and Shanks shot him down, you know. But I just found it interesting that, like, pretty much that, how much love Shanks is getting. And it shows, like, how type of character Shanks is, that he gets love almost everywhere he goes. Even to people that, like, you know, Shanks is kind of, like, making fun of the kid like he did the same thing with Luffy. But that love and respect for Shanks is just still there. And it shows, like, Shanks' character, like, you respect him, you fear him, and you love him. It's like a lot of people show that, like, mentality towards Shanks. So
yeah.
Just again, this is just hype, but it just shows, like, yo, this is Shanks. Even some people in 𝐴𝐿𝐵𝐹 are calling Shanks captain. Like, you know, showing that. And that made me think, yo, does Shanks have 𝐴𝐿𝐵𝐹 at his flag? Like, he has his flag on it? Because they even mentioned, not the main people in 𝐴𝐿𝐵𝐹, because we haven't get into the kingdom yet.
Yeah.
But they called the Baragi and them called Shanks brothers. But the civilians pretty much called Shanks captain and also saying about tribute to Shanks. And Shanks is like, nah, you know we don't take that. Kind of implying, like, yo, like, Shanks, like, territory of 𝐴𝐿𝐵𝐹, it might be Shanks. I never thought of that. Like, yo, like, again, we're not actually at the kingdom, so I don't know, or is this part of it? You know? I thought it was dope seeing the lineup of Shanks' crew. You know, and again, made me think of, I always go by, like, because me and Los were talking about 𝙏𝙤𝙪𝙢𝙪's on the, you know, on
Stage
the
right.
Stage right, and Lucky Rowe is on the stage right. And
Stage left.
Stage left. And I'm thinking, yo, implying, like, is Lucky Rowe the third strongest? And I also, I was looking into it, because they brought about a little bit their positions and also their fighting style. Lucky Rowe's fighting style is just laughable, kind of.
Yeah,
but
I can't.
But he's also the cook of the crew. I found that out. Good, that doesn't mean anything, but I just found out that he's also the cook of the crew, and he's always eating. But I also thought of when if you go to chapter 1065, and I said I always thought possibly that you go to chapter 1065, you see how Luffy's crew is lined up and Shanks' crew is lined up. It kind of shows, like, who's facing who. Because you always have Luffy's on the main left and Shanks on the main right. But you see in the top, Zolo's on the top with 𝙏𝙤𝙪𝙢𝙪. And Usopp's on the left, right, where Yasopp is.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just skipping back, and you go on the bottom, you have Sanji and Jinbei on the same bracket where Lucky Rowe and Hongo is. And I was thinking, and you have the other two on the back. So I'm thinking, yo, that might, again, I'm not saying it is, but that might give an indication of who is, I don't know who's second strongest, but might go in the lineup of who's fighting who, possibly Shanks' crew, and also the order of possible strength to a degree. And again, and I also say, like, this, I just thought it was funny that, in the lineup, though, Lime Juice and Bunk Punch are not there. You see them sitting down when Shanks gets up, eating food, but they don't get up in the lineup. It's like either say, like, this is not worth our time. It's cool. It's like, yo, I don't know why all y'all going, but, like, it's just being stupid. But I thought it was funny. But now going to Kid in this lineup. So, and again, and it goes to us. It's given the fact now. Kid never even saw Shanks.
Say it louder. You might want to say it louder for those people. Go ahead. But go ahead, Lionel. Finish up.
Kid never saw Shanks, so in that pretty much they didn't even get a glimpse of him, and they're going by like either Shanks' fleet they going by Killer again. Killer was there. They said they got their butts whooped, got destroyed. Is it either by these Shanks' fleet, similar to like Whitebeard and stuff that they couldn't get past that, or if going by what Lucky Rock said, Ben Beckham just sat on the ship and just shot Kid and took his arm off. I don't know, like it just shows like they weren't even considered anything when they came through the Shanks' crew, and that shows how bad it was towards Shanks. And they even said that the fleet that Shanks has, all of them are known and feared. So they're relatively big names. Again, similar to what Whitebeard has with his fleet. And honestly, seeing at the end that Shanks and Kid, with their faces, whatever, and what Kid said, again, you give respect to Kid, because what he's facing, and he's not backing down. But honestly, I told Lawrence this, I mentioned this. Honestly, is this a version of, in a weird way, Luffy and Blackbeard were reversed? Like, for instance, Shanks would be the Luffy and Kid would be the Blackbeard. But reversed. Like, Luffy is the younger version.
You done? You done spitting nonsense?
What? I'm going by like, Luffy would be the Shanks, but young version, while Blackbeard is the veteran of the crew. And you ever take some Blackbeard, veteran of the crew. Well, it's the reverse. Shanks is pretty much the Luffy that's the veteran who's like, up top, while Kid is pretty much the Blackbeard. Look, can I say they have even this laugh and smile remind me of Blackbeard, but him coming up is similar to Blackbeard. The verse right versa.
My brother.
What?
You are in One Piece madness. I hope you know this.
Hey, I never said. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying like.
I know you're not saying anything. I'm here. I'm next to you.
I'm not applying anything that. Because me and Los even talk about this.
I don't care what y'all talked about. You ain't saying nothing to me.
This would be bad writing on both sides, either with Law and Blackbeard and Shanks and Kid.
Oh my
that
God.
If Kid beat Shanks, it would make no sense. It would again. That's
of
just.
Course.
I'm never applying that at all. But I did say to Lawrence that I did find it was interesting that Kid and Law are both fighting people or facing people from their past. Because the Rocky Point incident with Blackbeard, now Law's fighting Blackbeard now, and Yonko, and Shanks. Kid is fighting Shanks, he didn't get to see Shanks, but he had an intercommunication with Shanks already, and now they're facing each other. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and
yeah.
I see Larry want to spit, so I'm gonna go.
Law?
You're next.
Okay, honestly, it's gonna sound a surprise, but I'm happy to see my boy Rockstar up in here.
Yeah. You gotta love Rockstar, bro.
I was hyped because I don't know if y'all remember this. We got his bounty pre-time skip early on, and he's a rookie, same generation as Luffy. But I wonder, because he's so aligned with Shanks and we didn't see him on his own, he could have been part of the Supernovas.
He could have.
Yeah, because when Luffy had like his 100 millionaire bounty or maybe close to 300, well, either way, when we found out then, he already had a $94 million bounty.
Yep.
Very close to reaching 100 million, putting him part of the Supernova class. So
meanwhile, Shanks entrusted him enough to walk onto Whitebeard's ship.
Yeah.
And in front of everybody, and Rockstar was like, bet.
Yeah, and now
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And not only that,
yo, he must have conquerors, bro. I don't know, man. People like Kid got conquerors. He got conquerors, I guess. But keep going.
And not only that, like the Shanks is kind of showing him trusting him now, because not only did he give that message to, this is probably like to me this that supernova or that rookie pirate spirit, because obviously Whitebeard is not going to give anybody respect, especially someone that young who's like, you're a brat, When Rockstar got disrespected, he was like, yo, Shanks, give me permission to go attack. Like,
dude, this is gangster,
This is
bro.
Whitebeard we're talking about. And he was just like, but it shows the respect that he had for Shanks. Because like, I was disrespected, but I got to check with my captain first. Yeah. Showing that he holds Shanks higher than all the other pirates. It was like, yo, give me permission to go defend my name because this dude disrespected me. And then Shanks was like, nah, it's all right, don't worry about it. I kind of expected this result. I'm coming. Yeah. But like, this dude wasn't scared of Whitebeard at all. And by himself, with his entire crew, and he's already like at a $94 million bounty that he could have been Luffy's rival if he was so aligned with Shanks.
Yeah.
So to me, I just like seeing him again and showing that. I want to see his strength level. What I'm getting, I want to see how strong he is. Right, and I'm gonna say this right now. Again, when I'm bring out like Shanks is showing that he has that charisma that they said that Luffy has himself, and Gold Roger has, and even Dragon has. That he draws people to him, right? Because like they said that Roger and Luffy has this knack where like people and want to align with you, want to join your crew, right? Not only we just hear that Shanks has a fleet of his own, right? But he keeps getting people wanting to join him, and then even these giants ready to be like, "Yo, you're my brother. I'm ready to help you." So it goes to like when not conquerors have this, but not all conquerors have that ability that draws people to their side, like a Luffy, like a Gold Roger, like a Dragon, like what we're seeing what Shanks have. So that's awesome that Shanks has that ability too, that draws people to him, because like Luffy was one of them that wanted to be a lot, the join Shanks in his group.
Odin had it.
Yeah, Odin had it as well. That draws people to aid him, and that shows like how it helps you to not only lead other conquerors, but like who you draw to your side to what makes you great in a way, because you could call a mass army in a snap of fingers.
And nobody's done it better than I would say probably Rocks, because he led 3 pirates who just don't care about anything.
Yeah, he did get them to their side. So yeah, that's interesting. And I will say they noted an interesting fact here. I don't know if anyone caught it, but it made me think something. Larry, you're gonna disagree with this, but I just want to draw to attention, right? Yes, they didn't see Shanks personally, right? But noting this one here, he goes, "Our enemy must be furious, Ben Beckham." Then he says, "Ha, that's rich coming from you. Who do you think he's mad at?" Right? I guess he's talking about Kid. Why would Kid be so mad at Ben Beckham? What if Ben Beckham's the one that took his arm? Right? Like he's like, you're not seeing the captain, but he came into a skirmish and Ben Beckham took his arm because. I don't know. I'm not saying that it did happen, but to me, that questioning is like, why would he be so mad at Ben Beckham of all people? It's like, who do you think he's mad at? He's like, dude, like, that's rich coming from you. Bro, you took his arm, you know? So I just noted that little thing there. I thought that was interesting, that comment there. So I just thought I'd just bring it up where Ben Beckham could have been the one that took Kid's arm or did something, like, you know? But, like, why would Kid be so focused at Ben Beckham and not Shanks or the entirety of the situation here? Yeah. But he singled out Ben Beckham. Right, and Shanks is out here being a ladies' man. He just drawing these chicks up. He had this one girl, he's such a stud. And then next panel, you see, not next panel, but like you see, you know, those girls hugging up on him like that, showing again the type of person he has, he draws them. He's similar, like, I mean, I don't know, to me, there's similarities between Ace, Shanks, and Luffy about them, and that they're all kind of like, 2 are basically Roger's sons, and 1 inherited Roger's will. But so more so than, I guess, maybe, I'm not saying Shanks didn't, but like they all inherited something from Roger. Yeah, I like to say. So and yeah, and then pretty much I don't touch upon that. And then Shanks' comment here makes me laugh because it's very interesting. Where he says, "Do you want to fight me now, here and now, or leave your opponents and flee?" Right. So Shanks is actually taking initiative. Where like, all right, Kid's gonna see me now, and I'm gonna put an end to this dude. Like pretty much in a situation, and he talked about how like it took him long because he was talking to someone. I believe it's probably the 2 giants there who he thought were dead. You know, I guess he meant them when he was a kid, whatever. And then he was talking to them for a long time, and I was like, I'm gonna put an end to this with Kid, right? But it makes me go back to that comment where Shanks said back when we were in Wano, like when he said to Ben Beckham, "Let's go after the One Piece now." Yeah. It kind of seemed like he was waiting for Luffy, you know? Like, because why acting now? Like, as soon as Luffy anyway became, like, close to a great pirate, Shanks decides, all right, let's go after One Piece. Where I believe in where he's going to meet Luffy, like, Luffy's going to have to earn his right to become Pirate King through Shanks. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. It's like, Shanks, like this is what because the whole agreement was, he said, I'm going to become Pirate King. And he says, you're going to beat us out. That's what Shanks says. After Luffy said, I'm going to become Pirate King. Then he gives him the hat, return to you, become a great pirate. I believe Shanks is when he's gonna meet Luffy there and be like, this is what it means to be Pirate King. This is what it means to be a great pirate. You have to beat me. Yeah. Right? And he's gonna show him all his strength, and Luffy's gonna have to overcome that. And I believe that this may be a little too much, but I believe what Oda is showing us that Shanks is gonna show them in a way, so to speak, like what Roger was like. You know, what it took to Roger to become Pirate King. You need this strength to become Pirate King. Shanks was very he loved Roger, and he was there through most of all his battles, and so he saw how Roger was as the Pirate King, how strong his strength was. I believe Shanks is going to show that to Luffy, because if you inherited this will, if you want to reach that, surpass that, you have to be at least his strength. And I believe he's going to show them, and why he waited for Luffy, and to the end there, he's going to, and he doesn't believe that's Kid, so he's going to take Kid's poneglyphs, which is very that's pretty dope. Seeing that, and I got to give it to Kid only because ultimately all these people are showing up for Kid. It's not needed. It's Kid. I'm sorry. I'm like, I looked at it and I was like, come on. All these people rode up the Kid. It's not needed at all. Nah, I'm sorry. It's not. It's Kid about to get washed hard, and then to me too. But I think they're doing it out of disrespect for Shanks. And now the Kid's not backing down from this. But come on, you're already disadvantaged. Last year you didn't even see Shanks. What's the difference? No, seriously. What's the difference between Kid then and now? It's not like he mastered forms of Haki, or he showed his conqueror's Haki a little more. To me, when I'm going, he's what we saw pre-time skip. The only thing he gained was Awakening. That was it. In his Awakening, it can be stopped. It was nothing crazy. Shanks is gonna see this. Because also too, I thought of, we saw Shanks really shut down an Amuro with his Conqueror's Haki with his ability.
That was a non-canon movie, but
no,
in the manga. I get you.
In the manga.
Yeah. You're talking about Green Bull. My bad.
So am I fully to believe that this cannot happen to Kid? Are we gonna say that Kid beats Green Bull in a fight, that he's stronger than that? So what's Vero that's not happening to Kid?
He's also a conqueror. You gotta acknowledge that.
Yeah, all right, yeah, that's true. That I have to after that fact in too. But
I guess.
Yeah, but I'm thinking would that be? Will it be too much for another conqueror to shut down another conqueror?
No.
We haven't seen it yet. That is true. We haven't seen it yet. But
are you gonna bring up the fairy tale thing I mentioned? Because you watched the show. With because
they had
leave it to One Piece, bro. Leave it to One Piece, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. But honestly, to me, it's to me, I think Kid has heart, and that's basically what makes he's that heart character. But Shanks better show that, because they even said it to Luffy. This is why I'm bringing it up. They said it to Luffy in Marineford. Because Zoro said it. Guts alone is not going to get you anywhere in One Piece.
Speak them facts, Lawrence.
It's not.
Go ahead.
You could have all the bravado you want.
Drop another bomb, Marv.
It's not going to get you anywhere, right? So they said it to Luffy pre-Tapstick on.
And what happened to Luffy at 𝑯𝐴𝐴 Archipelago?
Yeah. So it's what's the difference between Kid, who we seen ability-wise and Haki-wise, he's not measuring up to we already saw that Luffy and I got Luffy, Zoro, and Law past Kid. Right? And now Kid is going to step up to Shanks, who I believe is probably one of the strongest Yonko, and who's one of the strongest Conquerors users we've seen so far. What is Kid going to do? His bravado alone is not going to get him anywhere. Because, again, he's just figuring out, the fighting Kaido, you could use Haki to affect him? It's how long you been in the world? You just really now you can have Haki.
Yo, he did say that on the rooftop. He did say that.
Are you blunt attacks? I was what do you think Haki? To me, it's you're just learning this now. You're ways behind here. Because you waking your ability. You're taking a further step that way. But the main thing is your Haki has to be involved if you want to compete. So it's just Kid. I don't see where you're asking. Yeah, you have that. Is gangster if I lose though, all right, what you gonna do to win? That's the main thing. If I lose, but what do you have to win? You got nothing.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for now.
Listen, man, a lot of things that you was saying, Lawrence. Let me tell you, bro. You wasn't wrong. You did pretty well when you said those things. But anyway, I love that we're on 𝐴𝐴. Finally here, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're here. We're on 𝐴𝐴. Congratulations. Love the little scene where it was supposed to represent a young Luffy, seeing that again with Shanks. I wonder if that guy might be Loki's son to a degree, the king of the giants.
Okay.
Or it might be I don't know.
No, isn't Loki the prince? He could be king now.
I mean, he could probably be king now, right? I wonder if he's tied to any, honorary lineage. Now we know where Shanks got the huge sake cup when he did the cheers with Whitebeard when they went to go talk about Blackbeard. I love the fruit it was so big next to Yasopp and Ben's face and Lucky Roo's face. I was like, yo, the fruit is even big here. And I was like, yo, I'm pretty sure they're sitting on like something super, super small in comparison to what that kid who asked Shanks to join, what he was sitting on. So I was like, yo, this is amazing. Yeah. Right? Dory and Bragi, man, I really want to know who won. Like, I didn't know, because they were fighting forever. And they, you know, I wonder who lost. I wonder who won. The most interesting line was when Shanks said, it's interesting to think that we both thought each other were dead. I wonder if he thought Dory and Bragi were dead, and I wonder why, and I wonder why they thought he was dead. That's an interesting part of the chapter that I think not a lot of people discuss. But it is very interesting.
But also, I forgot to mention, were the two guys in the back as well?
Yeah, the two giants behind Bragi and.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who they are, but
that's the Nels Lobby people with Paulie and them. Remember? With Usopp?
Yo, was it?
Yeah, they said they're going to go back to Elfpath. I forgot to mention them.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. And then people because
I forgot all about that.
The two giants that helped them.
Yeah. Yo, nice point out.
Yeah. I forgot to mention them. Yeah, but that's them. I was like, I think they're pretty much all four of them. Shanks like, I thought you guys were dead.
Yeah. All right, so we got the kid and we got the Shanks part and we got this, right? I'm just gonna go off. I'm gonna go off, yo. Listen to me. Even if Ben was the one to intercept Kid, that means absolutely nothing at all. It does not speak to Kid's strength at all. Why? You want to know why? Yo, when Luffy fought Aokiji before Water 7, was he on Aokiji's level? Was he really a threat to Aokiji?
No.
No, right? So why would Kid be a threat to Ben at that point? My boy couldn't even beat Snack, bro. He had to injure Snack, which he did. That's granted. He injured Snack, but he ain't beat him. Then he ran off with a poneglyph. So that doesn't mean that he's a threat. It just means that, yo, Ben was the first to probably intercept him, bodied the whole crew, and then bounced. You know why? Because Aokiji did the same thing to Luffy. Did it with Zoro and Sanji. So if y'all gonna come at me and be like, well, that's just because, nah, bro, it doesn't speak to his strength. It just speaks to say Ben handled him the way he was supposed to, and that's it. Now, this is a huge thing for everybody to realize. Please realize this. Please write down in your notes. Look at the phone real hard. Look at my face. Bro, when I tell you this is what makes Shanks the best Yonko, it's because Shanks does not underestimate anyone. Everybody that the Straw Hats have versed have always underestimated them. We can go to Crocodile. We'll go to Doffy. We'll go to Kaido, Big Mom. We can go. The list goes. The list goes on and on. But you know who doesn't do that? Shanks. He doesn't do it with anyone.
Yeah.
No matter how powerful he is, he doesn't do it with anyone. We seen that for the first time when Ace walked up to Shanks.
Yeah.
Shanks immediately put his sword down and said, all right, you want to fight? No matter how weak Ace was, but does that prove how strong Ace was? No. It doesn't prove how strong Ace was.
Ace would have got washed.
Ace would have got washed too. He probably would have lost an arm. Ace is my favorite character, and I say that. So it's like, you got to understand that doesn't mean anything. And it got so out of control because people are like, yo, well, Kid thrives while being in the position of the underdog. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Okay, so tell me what fight has Kid ever been in that was 1v1? Oh, it's crickets. I think I hear crickets in the chat. You want to know why? Because he's never fought anybody 1v1. He's always fought people with other people on his side. That's it. So if he's ever an underdog, please tell me when. Because if he's an underdog with somebody else, right? Like, you got to give that person the underdog treatment too. But are they officially underdogs if it's 2v1? 3v1? Hey, 5v2? Tell me, bro. Then we got to go even deeper. People are like, yo, Kid's bounty was so high, bro. Yo, Kid's bounty at 23 is 3 billion. Meanwhile, Shanks' bounty at 27 was 1.04 billion. Yo, Kid doing way better than Shanks. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? That's a crazy feat. But you know who else's bounty was, you know, higher than somebody else's? Kids when they were at 𝙑𝐵𝐻𝑝𝐻𝑡 archipelago. And you know the reason why his bounty was inflated? Was because he was hurting innocent civilians. Yeah. That was the only reason his bounty was higher than Luffy's at that point, right?
Yeah.
Luffy was the greatest taboo of that time. He challenged the world government, got one of his defeats versus a 𝙭𝑐𝐵𝐻𝑖 hidden. Then he fought another 𝙭𝑐𝐵𝐻𝑖 and got credit for that. He fought how much until then? And he didn't get any credit for it.
Yeah.
So it's like, when we really think about it, okay, so now his bounty is 3 billion. Law's bounty is 3 billion. And Luffy's bounty is 3 billion. What has Luffy done up to that point? Plus his awakening for his devil fruit is the danger to the world, right? Plus he versed Kaido in the later half of that fight. And he has nothing that Luffy has. But he had to fight somebody else with somebody else in order to beat that person. He didn't even beat them, he ringed them out. So it's like, when we look at it from that aspect, his bounty definitely isn't 3 billion.
Yeah.
They just made it 3 billion because he allied himself with Luffy, with every other samurai in that country that's honestly against the world government at this point. So it's like, bro, his bounty is literally inflated to that point. Bro, I know I'm taking a little bit, but like, I just gotta get it out there, man, because people also forget is that, okay, the reason why he's fighting Shanks is for a reason, and he might even put in a little bit of work versus Shanks. Okay, did y'all notice that even with Law's help in the OP ability of the 𝑂𝐵 no Mi, Kid still wandered around all of Onigashima in order to prep for that attack against Big Mom? He had garbage carrying around him behind him. Yeah. That's prep time. He's not prepping right now, bro. His ability is based around his surroundings. If there is not enough metal for him to gravitate and pull towards him and use against Shanks, then he's not going to do damage. He had enough metal against Big Mom, and he still couldn't take Big Mom out. So when we look, and then people always like, yo, well, Kaido's supposed to be stronger than Big Mom because of narrative purposes. I'm like, okay, so the narrative falls on us this time. Because if Luffy's supposed to surpass somebody, the chapter 1 figure for his inspiration, that's Shanks, right? Yeah. Shanks is supposed to be a challenge for Luffy more than so that Kaido was. That means that Shanks is more of a powerful opponent than Big Mom is going to be, right? Yeah. But you couldn't even beat Big Mom without somebody else's help. So you're going to tell me that this person who has no prep time, no observation haki, he has observation haki, no future sight that we know of, no advanced armament, no Rio, no Conqueror's coding. He ain't even used Conquerors. He's one of the 2 Conquerors in the series that do not use Conqueror's haki. Him and Boa. Everybody else uses Conqueror's haki to some degree, but not him. But he's supposed to do some damage on this person? He's supposed to generally give competition to this person? No, there's no chance. There's no chance at all. There will never be a chance. And this is what, it gets me so mad, bro. And I just want to say I called it, man. I've been telling people that they've been overhyping Kid. It's not Kid's fault, it's Oda's fault. The way they wrote Kid, he should have never fought Big Mom in the way that they fought. They should have never, he should have never used Big Mom as a message to say that devil fruits still matter. He should have been like, yo, Big Mom goes all out, plus with haki. Then you develop his haki and Law's haki during that fight in order to compete and give us the ability to believe that he could even do damage to Shanks. But there isn't anything because, like Lawrence said, on the rooftop, he ain't even know what Gear 4 was doing. Yeah. So it's like, yo, you don't even have the knowledge. And this is where people go, well, Kid has guts. I'm like, yo, but like, you can have guts, but guts don't mean anything. Guts doesn't say anything about your portrayal. It just means that you're able to do some ignorant-ish. And we saw what ignorant-ish does. It gets you bodied. And this is why he's led himself through the Grand Line. He's always versed opponents outside of his range. You got to verse people inside of your range, then you get up to that level, and then you verse somebody else. He hasn't had enough fights. He's not a smart fighter. He's an ignorant fighter. Even his abilities is based on compacting and crushing. That's not a smart fighter. That's just, yo, I'm a bruiser. I just punch things. That's it. I gather up heavy things and I punch it. Listen, man. I think I've said enough. I think if, like, I get the respect that Kid gets. Yeah. I love that people want to see him succeed, but it's not his fault as a character. It's Oda's fault. Oda hasn't put him in a position to win. He's always put him in a position to fail. And a lot of people like to bring him up to being like the counterpart to like Vegeta, or like relevant to Vegeta, because Vegeta happens to go through these battles and struggles and he never wins out. He always somehow gets body. But I'm like, yo, Vegeta's talented.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Vegeta's talented. No, like, there's certain aspects in Dragon Ball that Vegeta has gotten to a point where people want him to beat the final big bad. Or, like, they know he could. But instead, Toriyama doesn't let it happen because Goku has to be the Mickey Mouse and let him shine. It's brought the Dragon Ball series down because it's been shown to be that way. Kid doesn't have that same main antagonist aspect about him. There's like 6 to 7 other main antagonists within One Piece that are better main antagonists than he is. Like, if you don't, like, and this is the thing too, my bad, this is the final point I'll make before we get into calls, Marv. Yo, they be like, yo, Law's going to have a harder fight against Blackbeard than Kid is going to have against Shanks.
No.
And I'm like, bro, you already realize that Law has already gotten hits in on Blackbeard, right? Like, we don't even think he's going to get a hit on Shanks. Because, again, Shanks is a #1 chapter character. He's in chapter 1. He is the inspiration to Luffy. He's going to be the guy that Luffy has to surpass. Luffy and him made a promise. If Shanks was to get damaged by any means to Kid, of all people, that wouldn't make him as great as Kaido. Because Kaido only got landed on and Big Mom only got landed on because they're monsters. They know they could take damage. That's the only reason they got hit. Shanks is not going to let you hit him, bro. It's just not going to happen because, again, he doesn't underestimate his opponents. Never has, never will.
Mm-hmm. No, I also
come on, man.
I just want to mention, for all the people that say
come on, man,
they see, I guess, a similarity between Kid and Vegeta. I don't see that either because Vegeta has talent and he's a natural fighter and he's a smart fighter. Like, he learns and grows. Kid doesn't seem to be necessarily be doing that. Like, we saw Luffy legit grow where he felt stuff from Kaido and then he tried to use his own attack with the Conquerors and learning Ryo. Like, Luffy thinks of how to advance in a fight. Kid isn't sure that he thinks of how to advance in a fight. He does the same stuff that he's always been doing for years. Luffy will try to learn new things to grow. Kid hasn't shown that in a fight. What I've seen, and I may get some backlash for this. What I see Kid is Kid's kind of dumb with fighting. He's simple. Like, Law even called him out on it. To me, he's more like a less emotional but more hot-blooded version of Naruto. To me, Naruto was dumb as heck when it came to like fighting. Like, because like the reason why I say that is because to me, I was disappointed when I used to watch Naruto. 2-year time skip, we see Luffy's progression, right? 2-year time skip in Shippuden, Naruto Rasengan bigger. That was it. That was it. That's like basically, I awakened my ability.
Yeah.
But I didn't do anything else besides that. I still need Shadow Clones to make the Rasengan, you know? I still do the same thing with Kid. So to me, it's like they're the same basic person. Where I think Kid is more like as dumb as in Naruto, how dumb he was. No natural talent where like a fighter like that. So that's how I see it. And also too, go on what you're saying with the whole Kid thing, why he's progressing, like why he's like a bounty wise. Sebastian too, because it was like Kid had a 3 million and 15 million. It was higher than Luffy's pre-time skip. Sebastian did not accept that. Even though he would cape for Kid here, like saying like, all right, you should respect Kid for what he's doing. But Sebastian couldn't stand. And me and Lano had the reason to show why Kid possibly had a higher bounty than Luffy pre-time skip. But it made no sense. Like you brought out, all that stuff that Luffy did, there's no way that there's someone else that has higher bounty than him.
Listen, bro.
You know?
Trash. That's it. And like, I know we're gonna get calls. We're gonna do the super chats real quick, and then we'll go into the sponsorship. So Baby Pluto, we're gonna have to get through these quick, guys.
Okay.
Baby Pluto with the $10. Thank you. He says, I think Stella the traitor. Einstein was technically a traitor to Germany. Also the creators of the Seraphims and Pacifistas were the clones VP 1 through 6, since it seems they do most of the inventing. I actually didn't know he was a traitor to Germany.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I think I heard that.
Luffy needs to try some booty meat with the 5. Says, why Shanks pulling the Blackbeard and about to snatch Kid Poneglyph must be fate. I'm telling you right now, the reason why they get away is Killer's going to do nothing happened moment. A nothing happened moment. He's going to be like, yo, we will give you the Poneglyphs, just spare our lives. Or like something like that. Watch. Because Killer is the logical thinker in the crew.
He is.
He's going to be like, yo, we can't defeat them. Like, we got to back off. Watch. Anyway, Steven Lazo says, been a while since I've been here live, still on Spotify. Hope you boys are well. Thank you so much for the 8. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're well too. Thank you. The Last Antari says with the $10 super chat, Mid never saw Shanks, hashtag Captain Useless Mid. Thank you. Joyboy Mark with another $50. He says, how are Dory and Broggy on 𝐷𝐵𝐴F? Does that mean they settled the fight on Little Garden for 100 years? Also, I think you need to check the CGI programming. Lionel be bugging. Yeah, we brought that up. We don't know how they escaped. I wonder who won. That would be pretty dope. Mr. Bushido with the 56 says, Shanks is tough, love for Kid, but gentle for Luffy. He subscribed to be a member for Nakama for 2 months. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Bushido again with the 5 says, I think Kid will do something impressive. He's the underdog here. Oda made that clear. Shanks is cocky, but Kid is confident. Oda has a plan.
I wouldn't say Shanks is cocky.
Yeah, that's not the way I would word it.
That's not the correct term to me.
Whatever he said didn't matter, bro. Luffy needs to try some booty meat with the 5 says, Kid will take everybody's weapons, thinking he has the advantage, but then get banked by the crew straight hands. Mr. Bushido with the 2 says, Shanks kill Barto crew so he joins Kids. Mr. Bushido again with the 2 says, Law lost to Dofi. Beat Big Mom in his next fight. Again, beat Big Mom. Also, just him. Jack Binkley with the 5 says, watched Hidden's Reverie and found y'all first time watching live. Love the energy. Keep the kid slander coming. Hashtag Shanks go. Thank you so much, Jack. Appreciate you, bro. And welcome to that One Piece talk.
Yes, welcome.
Alex the Human with the $10 says, hey boys, love y'all. Also, Broggy won at the end of the Little Garden. It wasn't fair, but he did win. How? How do you know this? You know Oda?
Didn't Luffy injure one of them before their fight?
Well, no, they put like the bombs inside of their bellies or something like that.
Yeah, someone sabotaged.
It was a sabotage.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I don't.
Not from them because they were fighting army, but something interfered. I do remember that.
Other than that, I don't have any more super chats. I just want to say thank you guys for all the super chats that you do. You know, I greatly and us guys greatly appreciate it. Sorry it takes so long for us because, you know, it has to be conversational, right? So we have to get through what we have to get through and then speak. But other than that, we're going to start taking phone calls after this sponsor. Marv, can you hit it? This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you been struggling lately? Maybe you're having trouble sleeping, difficulty with a relationship, or just struggling from low self-esteem. Listen, I've been there. We've been there. If so, then today's BetterHelp wants to help you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private, online environment at your own convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire, simple as that, to help assess your specific needs. And then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule a secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is completely confidential. I happened to sign up at one point regarding my confidence issues. Next thing you know, my confidence issues are not issues anymore. I'm doing pretty well in that area. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Special offer goes out to all that One Piece Talk listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TOPT. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TOPT. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. Super chat, $2.99. He says, I think Kid should pass a tragic Luffy. All right. Anybody that want the smoke, I'm telling you right now, look me in my eyes, man. Call up. Put that number out there, Marv. Thank you. The audacity, bro. Good chat. How's it going? My name is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Yo, what's good? It's Nick.
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's up?
I'm good.
Speak
Honestly,
to me, bro.
This is a great stream. I'm gonna get that out the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have anything else to say to y'all. I'm talking to the chat right now. All the kid lovers out there, y'all are on some serious cope. I know y'all all can hear me, and I know y'all all mad right now. I'm not looking at the chat, but I'm gonna watch it back. I know y'all mad. Larry's gonna fire y'all all stream. That's it. I'm out. I'll let your verse get in here. I know he gonna cry. I'll let him get in
He
here.
always crying, bro. Crocodile tears,
I'll see
man.
y'all later.
All right, see you later, man. Thank you for the call. Oh, that was funny. Just called for the smoke. Good chat. Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Larry, you
Come on,
who it
shit.
is.
I was waiting, bro. Come on.
You already
Come
know
on.
who it is. Y'all
Come
was
on.
talking too
Talk
crazy.
to me,
Y'all
bro.
was talking too crazy.
Come on, brother. Yo, we were speaking
I made
facts.
whole points on my phone.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I don't even bring it in.
Go ahead, bro.
I got a few stuff to say. So first thing I gotta say, the fact that y'all want to compare Rockstar to Kid, y'all comparing a messenger to a 3 billion berry bounty man, like that is so disrespectful. Like, how could you even fathom putting that in your head? Like, it makes no sense to me.
Okay, so you took it out of context. So it was pre-time skip because his bounty wasn't that far and he wasn't hurting civilians. All right.
Okay.
And we said that for that he could be a potential supernova because his bounty was so high early on, but he was aligned with Shanks and not necessarily his own captain. So we weren't really comparing him to Kid. It was more like this dude had a potential of being part of supernovas with Luffy and Kid.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can stop hating. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep
That's
going.
fine. That's just one of the many points.
And you should have deleted it.
And then y'all want to say Kid has no 1v1s. I get that. Law has no 1v1s either, so y'all might as well call Lawman. He has training wheels throughout the whole New World.
Damn,
Let's
yo.
be serious.
Oh, damn.
He been coattailing the Straw Hats the whole time.
That's crazy,
The
yo.
entire time. And now he's finna get folded by Blackbeard, obviously.
That's crazy.
That's just one. Next thing.
So you're wrong, though. You know you're wrong.
Yeah,
How? What 1v1 did he have?
Virgo.
Smoker and Virgo.
Yeah, he beat both
Smoker was right there. Smoker was right there. Let's be honest.
Yo, he didn't do anything to Virgo.
What? Oh, now he can't do nothing. Now he can't. But if you fighting somebody come in and push you. That's not necessarily doing something.
Hold on. Excuse me. You said who did he fight 1v1, and you said Law. Who? We named 2 people. Take the L. Let's go to your next point.
And he beat Traybo.
I can't with y'all. Next thing, I think it was Law and Lionel. One of y'all said that Kid ain't gained nothing from pre-time skip to now. That is absolutely preposterous. Did y'all not see what this man did on the rooftop? He wasn't bringing none of that out pre-time skip. The best thing he did pre-time skip was basically bounce a cannonball back at the Marines. Now this man got a mecha form. This man can do way more brute force damage. Don't act like brute force damage is not damage at the end of the day. Not only that, he was able to compete with Big Mom. Like, I'm going to say he jumped in with Law. Yes. Law was right there. But at the end of the day, he was still able to harm Big Mom, who is known as an Iron Balloon, who is known to be the most durable Yonko that we've seen besides Kaido.
Okay.
You done?
And Whitebeard.
I guess.
That's all you had to say?
If you think Whitebeard more durable than Big Mom, I guess.
That's all you had to say?
No, I got so many. I'm going to put most of these in the
Yeah, I was going to say, because that was also a 1 out of 10. But you can keep going.
Oh, my God. And then, what's another one? I got to bring up the good one. Okay. Shanks do the same thing as Blackbeard. Y'all put this man on a pedestal.
What do you mean by that?
Like he finna jump Kid. Like Kid is obviously fighting right now, or like the Kid pirates are fighting right now with against his fleet, right? Against the 𝙑𝐵𝐴 fleet, right?
We legit just saw a Kid on the ship.
Just standing there.
Yeah.
Doing nothing.
They even said that. No, wait, just to clarify. Just to clarify, let me come in that. The Kid's pirate said this. So this is Kid's crew. Said that they were lazily shooting fireballs at them. So they weren't even really attacking Kid's crew. They're just like, pew, pew. And we saw one miss. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what Kid should have been doing? Collecting those cannonballs so he could prep up.
And that's another point. That's where he's gonna get all the metal that he needs for Shanks from.
Damn,
Okay.
that's still not enough.
All the metal.
I want to ask you a question on the legit one. All right, you say, let's say he does every name in the book. He gets every medal possible he could get there. What does that do?
It's gonna give him a chance. Like it's gonna give him a chance.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
I'm not saying he's gonna beat Shanks because I'm not.
So what is he gonna do?
I'm a kid fan.
So what is he gonna do, Shen?
He's gonna at least be able to put a few hands on him.
A few
He's
hands?
Put at least a few hands.
Yeah.
Is that not a feat?
So you mean like just like tap him a couple times or like?
Come on, Larry. Come on. Larry.
You mean like? So you're gonna say that he gonna make Shanks bleed?
Yes.
Okay.
He can make Shanks bleed.
He's gonna make Shanks. So how did you take when Shanks shut down Green Bull? Right? Do you think that's a possibility that happened to Kid?
So the thing about that is when Shanks basically just warned Green Bull with it. That's how I view it. And then Green Bull knew like I'm not gonna fight the red-haired pirates by myself. That is just insane. So obviously I'm gonna walk the other way.
Okay.
Fine, and then he said you got it today, but like in a few months I'm gonna come after you. That's what Green Bull basically said.
So Shen, I'm gonna let you speak after this question, and then we're gonna have to pass on. So
Bet.
Since you believe that he's gonna make Shanks bleed, tell me how it happens, bro. Give me play by play.
Okay, so play by play. Boom. They on the sea right now, right? They on the sea.
Whatever you want, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, I think they on the sea right now, or like right outside of.
So Shanks gonna go on a boat and drive to and just go to Kid.
I'm just basing it off like where they at right now. They could be on
cool,
land,
bro.
they could be on sea.
So he's away from the island where there's metal. Got you. Keep going.
Okay, he collects the metal from all the fleet and all the area around him. That includes every giant weapons, like all that giant metal going to him, and that's not just like your average metal. I'm pretty sure their metal is like more condensely dense and stuff. So that's just more metal. Not only that, he has that mecha form, so he's gonna be able to fly. And his you said his ability was be able to compact and reform. So he can literally take all that scrap metal that he collects and literally form anything in his imagination. As we seen when he made the railgun to harm Big Mom, as we seen when he made the rushing bull. We don't know what else he got in his bag because obviously he didn't show Law everything he had because that was the main thing Kid said. He said,
he ain't show Law he had.
No, because he literally said, I'm not finna show you everything in my bag. You're one of my you're an enemy.
Hold on. Did he say that? Did he say that before he did the cannon or after he did the cannon?
He said that after he did the cannon. But
no, he said it before. He said it before.
Yeah, before.
You lost the game. You lost the game. You're over.
I messed up.
Nah, you all over the place, bro. One, Shanks is not going to go on a boat and fight Kid. Kid is going to land on the island. Even if in your predicament, if Shanks just went off the island, we don't know if Kid could just gravitate metal off of 𝙑𝐵𝐴 or whatever metal is there and pull it towards him in the middle of the ocean, bro. You're done, bro.
He can. What?
Okay, bro. Yo, Shen, enjoy the rest of your night, bro. Don't.
Just stop trolling.
Listen, bro. You're better than that. You're better than that,
no,
Shen.
Larry, just stop trolling.
Listen, bro. Yo, Shen, you're intelligent, bro. But when it comes to Kid, I don't know, man. It's hard, bro.
That's all I'm gonna need.
I lose confidence in you. I'm disappointed.
All right, gang. All right.
We appreciate the call, Shen.
Much love, Shen.
You're gonna find out though.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
All right, G.
All right, later, Shen.
Take care, man.
All right.
Guys, we will get to the super chats and memberships right after the calls. Good chat. This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Yo,
Parvision.
Parvision.
What's up,
Hey,
Par?
what's up,
I
Par?
can't let you rant on for like 40 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta get these
I'm
haters
good,
in.
I'm good. I just wanted to throw in something to give more context. Because 𝙏𝙤𝙪𝙢𝙀𝙁 is the one who came onto my stream and just said this. So this could solve all the problems. So the thing is that the news reported that Kid defeated Big Mom and the Giants would love that. So it could be a situation where like Shanks is like stepping on Kid's throat or something, but like he doesn't die because like the Loki comes out and it's like, hold on. Let's solve this peacefully, because technically Kid would be a hero for the Giants considering what Big Mom has done to them. And so it might be a situation where that is how all of this gets resolved, in a way where Shanks is still winning and Kid is still losing. And what do you guys think about that?
That's very possible, honestly.
It's possible.
I can see Shanks letting up because he's friends with the 𝐷𝐵𝐴 and like, because the one thing is, will Shanks actually kill Kid? Like, if he's going approaching there, I could see 𝐷𝐵𝐴 stopping and be like, hold on, this dude definitely helped take down Big Mom. Let's show him some respect because Big Mom terrorized us when she was younger, and I just want to congratulate him for whatever. And then where that leaves, where Kid and Shanks leave off with, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, it's very possible.
Yeah, because it also matters what Kid does. Because like again, like if Kid does anything to the civilians, in front of Shanks, Kid's probably going to die. So I don't know, because again, how Kid is, he attacks civilians, he doesn't care, and we know Shanks obviously doesn't play that. So it matters what Kid does with the civilians, whatever. Because again, Shanks' wrath is real, like, you know, in One Piece. So like, don't get Shanks mad. That's all I say.
Yo, is that Zenith?
Yeah, I hear him.
Hey.
Yeah, you hear Zenith?
Yeah. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing great. He's just bouncing out right now.
Yeah.
He has the hiccups. That's why he's making a little bit more sounds.
Oh, that cute. But yeah.
The Kid thing, it's like, you know, he treated the Wano people pretty well. So I could see a situation where it's like, you know, like the ultimatum, like, give us your poneglyphs or leave, or fight me, or whatever. It could be like halfway through and then we get an understanding, right? Like, we're not disrespecting Shanks by having him lose. That's impossible. And we're not building up Kid to the point where it makes sense for him to like take like Shanks's other arm. That doesn't make sense either. Like the most is like maybe a scratch on the cheek, right? Like that's kind of where I'm at right now. And and then Loki comes out and is just like, yeah, there are some conditions, but you could be here. And then like Shanks is like, well, he has a bad reputation, but you know, and then Shanks leaves, and then Kid kind of does his thing, right? So it'll be interesting to see.
He ain't leaving no scratch, bro.
But
I get it. We need a scapegoat. That's gonna be perfect. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's either that or Killer just hands it over and it's just like, all right, we out. Like, this is too much. We were bugging.
Bro, Kid throws it back for him. It's just like, listen, or Killer throws it back and it's just like, yo, anything but my captain said, don't do it. You know?
Words.
But yeah, but I'll let you guys go so you guys can tackle the kid lovers. Right?
Yes, thank you. Par, enjoy you, man. Much love to you, man.
Good to hear from you, Par.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys too.
Take care. Later. Oh, we should have given him his respect for the Mihawk thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we should have did that. Good chat. This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
All right, man. Shin fumble. He fumble, but I'm here.
What's up, Oz?
What's up?
It's Oz, right?
No, it was Bellis.
Oh, Bellis. Oh, what's up, man? You guys sound alike. What's up, man? All right, so come at me, man.
Look.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I'm not denying.
Mm-hmm.
Kid ain't gonna defeat Shanks. I'm a Shanks fan.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna defeat it. But we're gonna put some respect on the kid.
Yeah, why?
And that's why I'm here. This is my job, and I need Marv's support. I need some shots after.
Marv, do not put any shots.
Marv,
tell us why.
This is about to be the Michael Scott roast. And hear me out. Kid got conquered hockey, user.
Okay, so what did he ever do with that?
He got awakening. Okay.
No.
His
Hold
value
on.
went from
You
300. Wait, hold on.
hold on.
He got
We gotta go through
315
each
mil
point.
to clean bill.
You can't just start naming stuff without any type of like pushback. when has that ever been infused into anything? His Conqueror's hockey. What has that done for him, bro?
No. I'm not saying infused, but it is confirmed that he's a Conqueror hockey.
Okay, so if Nami
Yeah,
had
Conqueror.
Conqueror's hockey right now, what has that ever done for her?
But that's not confirmed. Though.
Okay, but
But
again,
hold up.
you're missing
Hold
the
up.
point though. The point is, what does it matter if he has it or not if he's not using it?
Look,
I
as a member,
I appreciate that. Go to the
as-
next
as-
one. Go to the next one.
Hold on, Larry. As a member of the KKG, not the KKK, the Kid Kind of Good Association,
It's kind of
we're
good.
here
Kind of good.
to help everyone to appreciate and look at Kid that he's kind of good. That he's kind of good. The KKG, okay? So look.
Go to your next point, man. What's the next point, man?
Look, he beat Big Mom with Law. I don't think anyone else besides Kid, with Law's help, is able to beat Big Mom. I don't think so.
So now
I think
Zoro?
it was. I think it was Kid and Law. I think that was a great combination. I think it was like the perfect combination.
So not Zoro too?
Huh?
So not Zoro too? If it was Zoro and Law, did they beat Big Mom?
Yeah.
You're done. Do you have
I
a
mean,
next point?
hold on.
Next point.
I'm gonna give you that one.
Next point. You're already done on that one. Next point.
He has durability. Okay. While he was fighting, while he was fighting with Big Mom,
Yeah.
he was taking punches to the face.
Yeah.
Okay, he was taking punches to the face while also taking cuts because of Hawkins. Hawkins was fighting with Killer.
Yeah.
So you gotta admit he got some durability.
Are you gonna say this? Or me?
Go ahead.
Kid is durable, I'll give you that. But me and Lawrence both for knowledge, and I'm pretty Larry's gonna agree with us too. We have not yet seen Kid take a hockey cloak or hockey hardening or any type of visible hockey to any of Kaido's or Big Mom's attacks.
Yeah.
We have not seen one of them.
Big Mom
on
might have
panel.
hit him with some armament hockey.
Clear hockey.
Yeah, but-
And that's a maybe.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen it. Like,
Because she did it to Law when Law was on her stomach.
Exactly. Yeah.
So even we'll give that some sort of credit.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. You're durable. But what else?
Hey, my job is successful. I just made you a little bit put some respect on Kid by saying he does have some durability.
My only rebuttal to that is like, me and Lance said this, there's a thing called the One Piece taking abilities.
Yeah.
Where like almost everybody in the show is kind of durable. So it's like you got to do more than the basic.
I saw. So everybody always hypes up like Nami getting headbutted by Ulti.
Yeah.
She durable?
Yeah. Like, that was a shock.
Ulti almost pushed Luffy into G4. Is Nami now Luffy G4 level?
Yeah, like now.
No. You're done.
And Usopp took multiple ones.
Any
He's like
other
the weakest
point?
one.
Yeah.
I just hate Oda, bro. He did shit so bad, bro. I swear. I was literally looking up notes right before it. And I'm here. I'm here with my sister. We're like hacking him up, right? And I'm looking at his information, and I'm like, bro, he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing, bro. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do my part as a member of the KKG. You know, kind of good.
I hope,
all right.
I hope the group stays strong, bro, because y'all need to, bro.
Oh yeah. We need all the prayers, bro.
Yeah.
Because Kid is definitely gonna take an L. Because it's Shanks, and now he's coming. It's not. Yeah, man. All right. Y'all have a good night, man.
Have a good night, man.
All right, ladies.
It would be better if they just didn't hype up Kid, like for the ones who love Kid.
Yeah.
To this situation, because we wouldn't be saying this.
Yo, we wouldn't.
Yeah.
We'd be like, yo, Kid's actually type good, yo.
But the fact
I mess with Kid.
Yeah.
Good shot.
All right.
This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. What's up, Javerse? Let me know how you're doing.
You knew who I was.
Come on,
Anyway.
bro. Come on, bro. Come with the heat so we can put you down.
Right before I get into that, I'm gonna make this quick. With the Dorian Broggy and Shanks thing, I think what happened there is, I feel like Shanks' crew was the ones who got eaten by like the big fish, and that's why they all thought each other were dead. But anyway, on to my main point.
Cool. I didn't think about that. right.
Yeah, like Dorian Broggy had mentioned, other people got eaten by the fish before, so I think they thought that. Anyway, Shin and Boris, they fumbled.
You're about to fumble too, so it's okay.
All right, so first I'm gonna start off pre-time skip, right?
Yep.
And address Kid's bounty and that whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You can. I'm not gonna argue about how he earned his bounty or if you think it's justified how high his bounty was. I'm gonna talk about his strength on 𝑘𝐽 though. In the day, Kid and Law and their respective crews did beat a pacifista. It took It took the entire Straw Hats to also beat one.
Okay.
So at that point, you can still say, you know, they pulled off something that only the Straw Hats were able to do on 𝑘𝐽. Like, this wasn't anything the other members of the Worst Generation were able to pull off.
Didn't Rouge beat a pacifista?
Nah. He got a hit in and then got folded afterwards.
But who you get folded by?
I gotta look back, but I'm pretty sure
he got folded by
got the punch
Kizaru.
in.
But keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Anyway.
I just want to add real quick. Do you remember the state of Zoro when they fought that pacifista?
Thank you.
He was in no condition to fight at all.
Yup.
So do you remember?
Wait, what happened?
Zoro was in no condition to fight because this is after nothing happened.
I mean, he wasn't in peak condition. That's true.
Yeah.
But he was still awesome.
All right.
Moves on the pacifista.
You need the next point.
I'm gonna move past this.
Yeah, good job fumbling that one.
I didn't fumble there. I handled that beautifully. Anyway.
Keep it going. What's the next one?
Anyway, so we're going to get straight into the Wano fight and addressing the point of, they 2v1 Big Mom versus, Luffy had this one-on-one with Kaido. Y'all constantly bring up when we talk about, Luffy versus Kaido, well, Luffy had help from the Scabbers, the other members of the Worst Generation, Yamato. Kaido was holding up an island. All these excuses, right? But then it's like, Kid and Law, that's two people versus one person. That's too much. It took two of them just to knock out Big Mom, like, out of the arena. But, like, the Luffy that fought Kaido, right? He fought even less than half health Kaido. Meanwhile, Kid and Law went into a fight with a fresh Big Mom. At this point, Big Mom hadn't fought or hadn't got touched by anybody else really on the island at all. She had a brief scuffle with Marco that didn't really go anywhere.
And Queen.
Nobody focused on her on the rooftop. They were all going after Kaido exclusively. They only started focusing on Big Mom to just push her off the roof to separate the two, and they realized it was too much to handle both of them at one time.
You done, or you want this?
No. I'm gonna keep going, right?
Because you're wrong on a couple parts already. So when we speak about the Kaido situation versus Luffy, that's when Luffy decided, get off the rooftop. I'm going to take Kaido down by myself. And then they left, and Momonosuke and Yamato went to have the island float so Luffy could just go all out. That was him versus Kaido 1v1. Kid has never done that with Big Mom, ever. He fought with Law, and they fought together against Big Mom. That's a 1v1 on Kaido's part. All right.
And I'm saying that the 2v1 is as much as a handicap against Big Mom as Kaido getting jumped by everybody on Onigashima, including Kid and Law. But I'm gonna get directly into this.
That means absolutely nothing, but okay.
One thing I just want to add,
Big Mom fight itself.
real quick. I just want to add, Oda showed that drop from when they got kicked off the ship twice, kicked from the waterfall twice, affected Big Mom and her crew. Because I remember Big Mom came back and she had like amnesia, showing that falling off it twice affected more heavily than it should have, even succumbing to attack to Queen. So it showed that those two falls and then getting headbutted then afterwards, why she's able to get affected so strongly by Queen affected her greatly because she fell from it twice and then getting hit by Queen. So that affected her later on. So I'm not saying she was 100%. I'm not going to say she wasn't, but she definitely wasn't 100% because those two falls showing how weakened she got from them by taking an unsuspected drop from Queen at full-on Zoan mode and as an attack where it even knocked her out to be subdued by those.
Well, I can address that too.
And also the add-on, Law landed some attacks on Big Mom on the rooftop.
Yup. And most of the time she soloed all 5 of them besides Luffy.
If I remember correctly, none of them actually targeted Big Mom. They didn't start targeting Big Mom. until
Didn't
they
Big Mom
decided
get
to
like
her off of-
she
on the live floor when Kid is getting attacked by Hawkins, he decides to use counter shock on Big Mom. But before then, Law had no direct interaction with Big Mom's body besides throwing that.
Go
one rock
ahead,
at her to
bro.
get her.
Next point.
And anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get on to the next point. Actually, I was gonna address Lawrence's point about like the fall and the damage from Queen. That was a whole week, 2 weeks, I think, before Onigashima even happened. So I like to believe that Big Mom would have recovered by then.
That's true. That is a week. I didn't realize it was a week. Okay.
Chapter 103, 1003, she got counter shocked.
Counter shocked. Okay.
But keep going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You got a next good
So,
point, or are we gonna go on to the semantics of these smaller points?
All right. So I'm getting to the Big Mom versus Kid-in-Law fight directly, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a majority of the fight before Big Mom, or before they hit Big Mom with their awakening, so that tag team attack, Law was getting attacked Hawkins, Killer attacking Hawkins attacked Kid, and Kid got stabbed like directly through the heart. Like you can look at the panels and see the point of the injury, and Kid still kept going. He got hit by Mama Ray directly to the face by Big Mom. Like she jumped up, did a backflip, little spins here and there, and landed on Kid with it. He got hit by an Ikaku sovereignty.
What are you trying to prove, bro?
He had.
What's the point of this?
This is about his durability.
Yeah,
at this point.
because we got 6 minutes left, bro, and you building up very slowly.
I'm making points about how well he did in this situation.
Cool,
right?
bro. With another person near him to help him out in the fight. Cool. What is he doing to Shanks?
Okay, he had another person.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing. That was a full health Big Mom.
Okay. Is Big Mom stronger than Shanks?
No.
Okay. So what does
And I'm not saying
like I don't get the point. Like
Kid
what's
is gonna beat Shanks. I'm gonna say he's gonna maybe get a hit in, get a little clash, and then lose.
all right, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, you
like,
I'm saying that Kid's gonna 1v1 Shanks, knock him out, take his title as Yonko, ain't no rule over Elbath. I'm not saying none of that.
So
I'm saying he's gonna put up a fairly decent fight and then lose.
A decent fight.
Yeah, a decent fight.
Tell me how, bro.
All right, you want like
Don't go slow with it.
How
Yeah.
it's gonna go?
Just go off,
right,
bro. Tell me how it happens, bro.
I guess like from the position that Kid is at right now, I guess he like forms Punk Rotten, flies toward the island where Shanks is at. Shanks is gonna cut the Punk Rotten. Kid's gonna jump out of it like he did against like Big Mom, but he jumped off the bull and land a sign. He's gonna pin Shanks to the ground. Of course, Shanks is gonna.
So he just
get out of
lands.
it.
Hold on, he just lands a sign on Shanks.
Yeah, he's gonna use the momentum from the breaking apart and like Shanks is still mid attack, and then land a sign. And then Kid's gonna like get one attack off. You can say whatever attack's gonna be, Punk Rotten, Corner de Rio, or whatever attack you want it to be.
Yo, you think Shanks gonna be that slow to just let a sign hit him like that, bro?
I'm not saying he's slow. I'm saying he's gonna be mid attack, get rid of something else, and he's gonna land this one attack.
I'm gonna say so many things wrong with that. 'Cause, like, for example, with Big Mom, because she seems like she has like some type of mental thing going on. But the only reason why Kid was able to get off some attacks was because he had a partner. Like that's why this is why we mentioned the 1v1.
You know what? I'm gonna address that specifically because you bring up this partner thing for why Kid was able to land his attack.
Yeah.
If we go back to these moments, Big Law lands his attack, right? Big Mom gets back up, and then her and Kid have full conversations that span for multiple panels before Kid decides to hit her with the attack. And like Big Mom eggs him on to like, oh, come hit me with this. I'm Big Mom. And then the attacks happen. It wasn't like she didn't have time to get away because Law was interfering. Like she was just sitting there, had the conversation with Kid, and then took the attack.
Okay. See,
imagine Shanks just stood there and just let a sign hit him.
See, that's I guess the point we're getting at is that even though that may be true with Big Mom, but you gotta understand the difference of fighter wise between Shanks and Big Mom, right?
Man.
Like Big Mom, arrogant, full of herself, and like sometimes I'm mental, like she's kind of like stupid, like she just let stuff happen, right? Where Shanks is a different type of fighter, where he's more careful, as in like he doesn't underestimate his opponent, where he's not gonna let this happen, right? So it's like Shanks, who doesn't let his guard down, who's going to be using his conquerors, who's going to be using his observation and stuff like that. He's not going to like sit there and watch Kid who have to set up attacks. Shanks is going to have his eye on him. Is not going to let Kid just get attacked on him, because Kid hasn't even shown to be that crazy fast, right? Like, cause Big Mom, for whatever reason, I was like she was accepting those attacks. That was her reason, because like she didn't show, like maybe with the hands wise or whatever. Because even when Kaido didn't have Big Mom up at that level. You know, so I could line with you, but fighting wise, like pretty much, Kaido was kind of getting on Big Mom a lot. He noted her strength, but he would get on her a lot.
But you also remember, Big Mom's 68 years old. She's not in her prime. She's old.
That's true.
Tell him, Lionel.
Like,
Go ahead,
she's not
bro.
nearly as fast or as agile or what she used to be in her prime.
They think Shanks is just gonna have Big Mom tanking ability or Kaido tanking ability. No, bro. He's just an attack powerhouse.
Yeah.
You think Mihawk gonna get hit with an assign?
So it's like, that's what I
Yo,
was like.
imagine Mihawk got hit with a sign and the sword just hit him in the face. And he just got taken out. It was like, that's how he got hurt.
And that's
you see
point.
the nonsense? Yo, Traverse, I love you, bro. Well, we gotta go, bro. You tried, though.
All right. I know there's never gonna be no convincing you.
Oh, of course. Yo,
but
listen.
before I go,
yeah,
I'm putting $20 that Kid does something against Shanks.
$20. What's the something like scrape his knee?
Like a law level of like what Law did against Blackbeard. I'm expecting at least a performance similar to that from Kid.
Wow.
You got $40, sir.
Listen, you keep trying to run my pocket. You know how I say.
Bro, you're asking for too much. Bro.
Yo, oh my god. Yo, Traverse, enjoy the rest of your night, brother. Much love to you.
Hey, man. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it. We're at the wait and see. We're going to find out.
All right. Oh my god. Marv, we can have like 3 minutes to like do the chats? All right. Oh my god. Yo, y'all are too funny, bro. Y'all really went 0-3. I never saw Shin fumble so hard in my life, bro. I never saw Traverse fumble so hard in my life. Yo, bro. And both of those guys are pretty smart.
Yeah.
They know, bro. They just know. This is the thing about Kid fans. They're the same fans as Marco fans. They don't know anything. They just think that people are cool, so they can just do cool things. Like, no, bro, it doesn't work like that. Like, you gotta actually have some skill, bro. Like, you can't go against this. Like, it's Shanks. It's not even Shanks D-writing. It's literally, when they talk about narrative, bro, Shanks is narrative. He's much as of a narrative as Luffy. Like, he's Luffy's goal, bro. Like, his goal is to surpass Shanks and then get to the other goal.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about, bro? This dude is not going to be slowed up by this individual. He's not going to be like, damn, yo, that battle was mad tough. Oh, my God. Anyway, guys, I'm going to read the super chats now. Ozd Phenom with the 10 super chat says, hella late, but we in this bit, like always. Hold on, guys, get into others. Celestial Donkey, welcome back, Brody. He became a member for 7 months on our Yonko plan for the YouTube memberships. Hashtag Buggy Gang, you already know, as he always does. CD, much love to you, man. I hope you're not working too hard. Ozd Phenom with another 5 for a super chat. He says, Shin just made me do this. Captain Mid getting washed. LMAO, can't defend him no more. LOL. Celestial Donkey with another 5 says, hashtag Buggy Gang. Celestial Donkey with a $10 super chat says, Buggy interrupts the Shanks and Kid fight and no diffs them. Hashtag Buggy Gang. Hashtag Buggy no diffs verse. Oh my God, bro. Crazy. So funny. Jordan, with a 10-month membership to the Yonko status. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kid is about to get completely wiped soon, and I can't wait to see what Shanks can really do. If it's not off-paneled.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be off-paneled, and we're all going to be upset. But the anime might show it. I think that's about it. Marv, did I miss any super chats at all? I don't think I did, but if you remembered anything. I just want to say thank you to all the people that I think came from Parvision's stream. Much love to you. To anybody else's, I think Hidden stream. Much love to you. Whoever rated us, thank you. If you're new here, we're that One Piece talk. We're literally 4 gentlemen who talk about One Piece in a sports type of fashion where we go back and forth. But when we do the chapter reviews, it's dope. We do cosplays as well. We have an amazing Discord. If you guys are not in the Discord, we're a very dope community. Nothing but respect, love, and debates. We don't really argue. A lot of positivity and family type of vibes. We are doing the Davies Dark Tournament episode 21 this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. That contains One Piece mid-tiers. I'm going to post the bracket so we can have that talk. And I just want to say thank you a million for the calls, for everybody that supports us financially and just being a part of our show. Can't say it enough how greatly appreciative we are. So listen, I think, next week is going to be One Piece break week. Mm-hmm. We have no chapter. I think I might be able to get the cosplay for you for the Papa Goo. I'm trying really hard. So we might have some surprises next week. And we're just going to go off the cuff. So we might just have a phone call only episode again where we just talk to the fans and just let you guys call us up. So other than that, guys, my name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Lionel.
And this is That One Piece Talk. Jana!
Like the stream, Jana!
Like the stream!